Hi, I'm Steve Chappell, Graphical Board Development Manager for Antalis. I'd like to thank Briefcases and all the students for their fantastic work on this project. The Antalis Smart Luxury Packaging Cosmetics Brief, a response to COVID-19.
Steve Chappell from Antalis. Antalis' Smart Luxury Packaging Brief, Cosmetics, response to COVID. Why was it important to set this brief, Steve?
Well, for us as a business, we're Europe's leading distributor of print, packaging and viscom materials, and we're talking to designers, brand owners, printers all day long, and we're experts in the materiality of the products that we use. So sustainability, how it's used, what finishes can be produced, and one of the things that we wanted to get closer to was understanding how the design process fits into the whole concept. So to be able to take that step right from the beginning to understand why materials are used in the first place or specified in the first place, right through the production process to a finished concept. So it's a way of us helping understand our customers and the supply chain better.
And did it help to do that?
Absolutely did. One of the things, having to project manage through this sort of scenario, understanding how important it is that materials are there on the right time, understanding that throughout the whole process what's going to happen to that material, how you're going to deliver that vision from the designer through a complicated production process and get the result that you expect at the other end is so important. And that's why really this opportunity was so important to us. And
what was it, in your opinion, Steve, that made the work that we were looking at stand out? So obviously there was a big amount of work, and then we had to shortlist it down, but what was it that made the work stand out?
Do you know what? It was about innovation in luxury packaging. To have bright young minds working on this cosmetics brief, which is really talking about cosmetics delivered beautifully, was fantastic. The work that they came out with was really very innovative, and to be able to have lots of different minds looking at the same project from different directions came up with some fantastically stunning and beautiful results that we wouldn't have thought of. It was absolutely fantastic.
With so many qualitative submissions, and we've seen some wonderful work submitted on that you've been sharing on LinkedIn, and it's great to see that, so thank you for sharing those examples. What was it most about the students' approach to this challenging task that kind of made you think, they're on it, they're understanding what we need them to be thinking about?
Well, a lot of it came back in terms of answering and understanding the brief. So really looking at it and being able to deliver to standard was fantastic. It really showed us that they understood materials, understood printing processes, and really sort of kept referring back to the brief so that the submissions really shone through. For me, that was probably the biggest thing.
And you decided to push things a little bit further, because I was really delighted with your decision that it would be a good idea to have a day out and to spend some time with the young designer, winning designer actually, and you were involving some further industry partners. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Absolutely. Well, when it came to the judging and the selecting of the winners in the first place, it was important for Antalis that Antalis had a representation on that judging panel, but really we wanted industry experts to come and look at the project from all different angles. So it wasn't just about materials, it was about design, it was about functionality, it was about could this be produced in the real world. So we needed to call in a series of experts from design, publishing, manufacture, industry bodies to really sort of come together and decide on the winners. And part of that was Tam Mahal, who's the creative lead at Pollard Boxes, was involved in that judging panel, and he very kindly, as part of that submission, part of the conversations that we had, invited the winner to come along and really see that their vision how it would be produced. So for us that was a really important opportunity, not just for us and the customer, but really to let the student and those designers of the future really understand what it takes to produce a concept. So it was a really fantastic day. Lily, the gold-winning submission, came to Pollard Boxes. Tan and his team dedicated the whole day to supporting an experience of her really following the whole process through. And part of that was having the winning submission digitally printed a partner of Pollard boxes called Greenshires. So yet again,
Wonderful.
they've dedicated a phenomenal amount of time. So really, Lily has come away from that experience with a whole wealth of knowledge, and I have to commend Lily especially because she was so interactive, asked loads of brilliant questions, and I think we all got a fantastic amount out of the day.
Oh, that's amazing to hear. That's so good, and that just shows that kind of almost that mushroom effect of how, you know, this wonderful, great idea, and you've been able to involve so many other people in it. So it's really wonderful, and well done to you and to Antalis for doing that. That's
very
really
much.
super. So, are there any opportunities, do you think, Steve, that, you know, the audience watching this will have an opportunity to see some of this work that you've kindly produced with Pollards and Greenshires? Are there any opportunities that people will be able to see that in the future sometime?
Well, we've got an industry exhibition coming up in Packaging Innovations in December, and we have a stand there as Antalis to talk about our sort of many market-leading sustainable substrate products, and part of that stand will be dedicated to Lily's work and the Briefcases project, so people will be able to come along. Lily will be there on the day, so you'll be able to ask her lots of questions and really find out how she found about the experience.
How amazing, what an opportunity that you've really made real. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Steve, and to Antalis for your brilliant support of Briefcases. Can we count on your support for another Antalis Briefcases project?
Well, absolutely. It's been such a success, and we've all gained so much from it that we're going to start looking at the next luxury packaging concept, which we've decided will be involved around the luxury drink sector. So, yeah, you'll find out more about that really soon. So, yeah, thank you for the continued support as well as Briefcases and the Heaven companies. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve Chappell. Absolutely amazing. Brilliant working with you and the team. We are so delighted to have you involved. So long may it continue. Thank you so
You're more
much.
than welcome.
Thank you.